Hi all. So our new next topic is bulk mechanism. So bulk is one of the method which is used to improve the performance of the application. Oracle introduced bulk bind process using collection. So that is, in this process we are putting all SQL statements related values into collection, and in this collection we are performing insert, update and delete at a time using the for all statement. So in bulk mechanism we have the two options. One is bulk collect and bulk bind. So we have the two options, that is bulk collect and bulk bind. So how will you write normal programs? So in the declare LV underscore rename varchar2 LV underscore employee number assignment operator 7788 begin. If LV underscore employee number is not null, then select ename into LV underscore in name from EMP where employee number is equals to LV underscore employee number. DBMS output, we are printing this. Okay. So this is using the normal method. Select into class. So using the cursor for loop, how we are using? Begin, declare, cursor C1 is select, enum from EMP, begin, for I in C1, loop dbms output dot put underscore line of I dot enum. So you are getting the, here when you are using the select into class, you are getting at a time one employee details only. But here in the cursor with for loop, we are getting the all the employee names. So how will you use this? Bulk collect here. So bulk collect in this class we are used to fetch data from database into collections. Select statement that returns multiple rows with a single fetch, improving speed of the data retrieval. It reduces the context switches between the PL SQL engine and SQL engine. So the class is used in the bulk collect is one is in the select into class, another is cursor fetch statement. So in the select statement, how we'll use this? Bulk collect is the syntax is the syntax select star bulk collect into collection name from table name where condition. This is the optional here. So for this, we'll have the one example here. We'll see. Declare type T1 is table of EMP percentage row type. Okay. So we are defining the collection method here. So with this one variable, we are defining LB underscore type T1. Begin select star bulk collect into LV underscore type from EMP. For I in LV underscore type dot first dot LV underscore type last loop dbms output dot put underscore line of LV underscore type of I dot employee number concatenate LV underscore type of I dot employee name. You can add if you want, you can extra columns also, you can add it here. So when I execute this, what is happening? So at a time, normally when you use the selection to class, what will happen here? That at a time, one record will be stored into this local variable. So here in this LV underscore rename, LV underscore name, what will happen? So at a time, one record will be stored based on this where class condition. If you try to give multiple, so it will throw the error. Okay. Suppose without this where class condition, what will happen? So if you execute, it will throw the error, that is exact fetch returns more than the requested number of rows. Okay, so it is not possible to get the multiple records at a time in this local variable. So in this collection method, so what we are doing, we are getting all the records into this with one select statement only here. Select the star bulk collect into LV underscore tab. This is the collection variable. Okay. So what type of variable this is? Here we are mentioning the T1 type. And what is T1? T1 we defined as a EMP percentage row type. Okay. So EMP percentage row type means whatever the employee table contains all the columns and at a time one record like that. So here employee number, employee name, job, salary, manager, hire date, commission, department, all the columns it will comes here. So that is assigning to this PLSQL record type T1. So on this record type we are assigning to this LV underscore type variable. So using this we are getting all the details at a time into this variable. So after that we are using the for loop for I in LV underscore type dot first dot LV underscore type dot last and printing this employee number and employee name. Okay. Declare type T1 is table of EMP percentage row type L underscore employees T1 type we are mentioning. Begin select bulk collect into L underscore employees from EMP. DBMS output total employees count. So L employees dot count. For I in one dot L employees dot count. DBMS output ename L employees dot L employees of I dot ename. So if you want, you can add the department number, whatever you want, you can add it here extra. So because all the columns we are getting using this EMP percentage row type here, so that directly you can add this column names here. So if you want, you can add concatenate EMP number, concatenate L underscore employee of I dot employee number. So I'm getting the total employees count 14 and ename king employee number 7839. Ename black employee number 7698. So previously what we are using to fetch the all the data from the employee table, either we are using the cursor or we are using this for loop. But now we are using the only one statement, select star bulk collect into. Okay, this is the bulk collect into variable name, collection variable name, that is L underscore employees. In that we are fetching all the data. We can have the one more example here. Declare type T1 is table of HR operating unit type L underscore employees T1. Begin select star bulk collect into L underscore employees from HR operating units. DBMS output put underscore line of total employees count. So not the total employees, can change it. Table count, you can say. Because here we are using the HR operating unit table and variable name we are using L underscore employees. Okay. So here count we are taking is the variable name only. That can be anything you can assign. So from this operating unit name we are printing using this L underscore employees of I dot name. This is the column. Name is the column from this HR operating units. Okay. This is printing total information here. Okay. So simple, only one change compared to the normal cursor or normal operation. What we are selecting to class, so we are using the bulk collect extra keyword here. So how will use in the bulk collect in the cursor fetch statement. This is the second statement how we are using this. Bulk collect used in cursor fetch statement. How to use this. So syntax is fetch cursor name, bulk collect into collection variable with the limit option. So declare type T1 is table of EMP percentage row type index by binary integer. LV underscore type T1 cursor C1 is select star from EMP. So here we are taking the cursor, begin, open cursor C1, fetch C1, bulk collect into. So normally how we are opening the cursor means fetch C1 into that variable name we are mentioning, and in the loop we are fetching all the records, and we are mentioning the C1 percentage not found, exit when C1 percentage not found. That exit loop condition we have to provide in the normal query, normal program. But whereas in this bulk collection method, so open C1, fetch C1, bulk collect into LV underscore type, close C1. Here what will happen? All the data from this cursor it will fetch and store into this collection method LV underscore type. We are closing the cursor after that using the for loop for I in LV underscore type dot first dot LV underscore type last loop. We are printing the name and job, end loop, and employee name and job type we are printing here. So here one more example, type T1 is table of record 250, LV underscore type T1, cursor C1 is select employee number from EMP. So only employee number column we are selecting into this cursor. Begin, open C1, loop, fetch C1, bulk collect into LV underscore type, limit 5. Okay. So in the above example, so here for this bulk collect we are not using any loop here. Simply fetch C1, bulk collect into we have taken, and after that closing the cursor. Coming to here in this example, fetch C1, bulk collect into LV underscore type, limit 5 we are mentioning. DBMS output put underscore line result from the bulk collect, bulk fetch. Okay. For I in 1 dot LV underscore type dot count loop, DBMS output dot put underscore line of employee ID. So we are printing the LV underscore type of I. And loop exit when C1 percentage not found. So this is the exit condition we are mentioning here. So in the previous example, we are not mentioned any exit condition because there at a time all the records will be fetched into this collection variable at a time. But here we are providing the limit here. Okay. So why do we provide limit means in the real time there may be thousands of records or millions of records will be there. At a time processing may sometimes it will give you memory error. To limit that, to avoid the memory errors, so we are using the limit option here. Limit means here for the example we are having the 14 records, so that I am giving 5, but in the real time there may be lakhs of records, so that minimum limit you should give 1000 or 5000 or 10,000 based on the volume of the records in the table. Okay. So here fetch C1 bulk collect into LV underscore type limit 5 means first it will fetch 5 records and after that it is printing this using the for loop. Again it will go on fetch another 5 records and prints again it will print like that 3 times and fourth time it will get the total records. After that it will exit the loop. See this, first it is results from the bulk fetch. First it is printing the 5 records. After that second time fetched again it is fetched again 5 more records. So third time it is fetched only 4 records. That means 14 records are there in the employee table, so that 5 means 10 it is already completed. Third time it is fetching 4 records only. Then you can have some other example here. Declare type T1 is table of varchar of 50 LV underscore type T1 type. Cursor C1 is select segment 1 from pivot as all, where row number less than or equals to 2000. So here I am taking this row number less than or equals to 2000. If I am not taking this, what will happen? You see, I'll add it here. Begin, open C1 loop, fetch C1 bulk collect into LV underscore type limit 500. And DBMS output results from the bulk fetch for I in 1 dot dot LV underscore type dot count on printing this segment 1 value. Okay, so I got the rise application error. After printing some of the data, I got this. Okay. The stored procedure rise application error was called, which causes this error. ఎందుకంటే so here this is the limit of this 2000 buffer overflow limit here. So here in this, if you see buffer is mentioning this 20,000 only. Suppose I mention 50,000. Buffer says 50,000. Then what will happen for this same query? Again I am getting this buffer overflow error here. If you see here, it is getting limit of 50,000 bytes. It is crossing the limit, so that here I am having the huge data here, so that I need to filter this data to get limited data only. Okay, otherwise it is getting the buffer overflow error here. So that I'm mentioning this where row number less than or equals to 2000 only. Okay, so in the real time also you have to check that whether how much data you are getting. Based on that, whether you need to filter the data or you need to take the complete table data. Based on the data volume, you have to mention this one here. So here where row number less than or equals to 2000, then if I execute this one, so I'm getting the results from the bulk fetch. Okay, so 2000 means every 5,500 records it will loop will be repeated. Bulk collect, it will fetch 500 records and it will print the 500 records. After that again it will show you. If you see this here, after printing 500 records, again result from bulk fetch. This is the where we are using this one statement. So again after the 500 records, every 500 records this message will be printed. So after that segment 1 values will be printed here. So we are limiting the transactions to complete properly. Otherwise, you will get the memory errors. So here also one more result from the bulk batch. Again, result from bulk batch here. So we'll see this one more example how this bulk collectible works. So on here I am taking this declare LV underscore type varchar to 50 cursor. This is the without bulk collector how much time it is taking for this query. So cursor C1 is select object name from all underscore objects. Start time, number, end time, number I am giving. Begin start time assignment operator dbms utility dot get time. This is the one package name dot procedure name. This function will return the number. Okay. Open C1 loop fetch C1 into LV underscore type exit when C1 percentage not found end loop close C1 end time dbms underscore utility dot get time dbms output dot put underscore line of start time and end time. So on difference between the start time and end time. So how much time it is taken? 755 milliseconds. Okay. So same program, if I use the bulk collector, how much time it will take? So this we'll see here. So same program, declare type T1 is table of varchar of 50 index by binary integer LV underscore type T1. Cursor C1 is select object name from all underscore object. Start time, end time. Begin start time, assignment operator, dbms utility dot get time. Open C1, loop fetch C1, bulk collect into LV underscore type. Exit when C1 percentage not found, end loop. Close C1. Okay. End time and start time, end time, and difference between the start and end time. So when I execute with this, here we are using the bulk collect into. So how much time it will take? You can verify this one. This is the 224 milliseconds only. Okay. So using the bulk collector performance will be faster compared to the normal queries. So when you use the nested table for loop using the cursor, declare type EMP type is table of varchar of 20 LV underscore EMP type EMP underscore type and assignment operator EMP underscore type. This is a nested table we are using. Begin for I in select star from EMP loop LV underscore EMP type dot extend. LV underscore EMP dot underscore type of LV underscore EMP type dot last assignment operator I dot ename. End loop for I in LV underscore EMP underscore type dot first dot dot LV underscore EMP type dot last. So here what we are doing, we are defining on the nested table here, nested array, and in this execution section, we are calling the instead of the cursor directly in the for loop, we are taking this for I in select star from EMP. Loop, we are extending this collection variable. Okay. So how many we are extending? We are assigning this LV underscore EMP underscore type of LV underscore EMP type dot last assignment operator I dot ename. So end loop again with for loop I am printing this and by name. So same, how will you use in this bulk collect? Using this nested table, how will you use in the bulk collect? So declare type emp underscore type is table of workout of 20. LV underscore emp underscore type of emp type of assignment operator emp type brackets. Begin select ename bulk collect into LV underscore emp type from emp. For I in LV underscore emp type dot first dot LV underscore emp type dot last loop. I'm printing the employee details here. Okay. So how much time it is taking? So you can add the start time and end time so that you can see the difference. You can call this in the same declare LVN type EMP type is table of workout of 20 LV underscore EMP type assignment operator EMP type brackets. This means nested table. Here also LV underscore EMP type 1 EMP type EMP percentage type here. In the simple loop, how we are using this? Simple for loop. For I in select star from EMP loop LV underscore EMP type dot extend. So we are taking this I value here using this. We are storing a employee name into this variable. End loop for I in LV underscore EMP type dot first dot LV underscore EMP type dot last on printing this employee name. So this is using the simple for loop and this is using the bulk collector. Select ename bulk collect into LV underscore EMP type 1 from EMP where for I in LV underscore EMP type 1 dot first dot LV underscore EMP type 1 dot last printing the employee name. So here you can see this. Two times it got printed here. So same using the for loop and this is using the bulk collect. So only the difference is we have to use this select ename bulk collect whatever the select star bulk collect into. So before into we have to use this bulk collect keyword. So next we have the bulk bind. So in bulk bind process, we are performing bulk of operations using collections. That is in this process, we are using bulk update, bulk delete, and bulk insert using for all statement. So syntax is for all index variable in collection variable dot first dot collection variable dot last. So how will you use this bulk bind? While inserting, deletion, and updating of the bulk data. So we are going to use this bulk bind. So suppose I am going to create a one table, create table xx underscore bulk 13 serial number. I am giving this. And one more table bulk bind underscore 13. Create table xx bulk bind and only one column here. So we'll insert data using the for loop in this. So declare start time, end time, begin, start time assignment operator, dbm utility dot get time for I in 1 dot 10,000 Okay, insert into XX bulk underscore 13. Value of val is I. End loop, commit, and end time and start time, and we are printing the difference also here. So 10,000 records I am inserting. That means only in the one column I am going to insert 10,000 numbers in this column using the for loop. So how much time it is taken? 1885 milliseconds. Same if you use the bulk bind here. So declare start time number, end time number. Type T1 is table of XX bulk underscore 13 percentage row type V1 of T1. Begin start time divisibility dot get time. Select bulk collect into V1 from XX bulk underscore 13. For all I in 1 dot dot V dot V1 dot count insert into XX bulk bind. I am inserting the into another table. Whatever we inserted in the XX bulk 13 table. So same data I am fetching using the bulk collect and I am inserting into another table. For this, how much time it is taking, we can calculate here. Here for the using the simple for loop insert, it is taking 1885 milliseconds. Now, but for this bulk collect, how much time it is going to take? Only 294 milliseconds only. Okay. So bulk update, we have seen the bulk insert. So now you can see this bulk update. So declare type T1 is table of number indexed by binary integer V1, T1 of begin. Select employee number, bulk collect into V1 from EMP1. For all, in V1 dot first dot dot V1 dot last update EMP1 set salary is equals to salary plus 100, where employee number is equals to V1 of 5. Commit and so before that we'll see what is the data in this EMP1 table. We have the 16 records here. Okay. So what I am doing here, I am going to update this using this bulk collect method. So PLSQL program compiled successfully, but there is no DBMS output statement we have mentioned. So you can check the table here. Here the salaries increase 5,200, 3,050, 2,650, 3,175. Here 2,300. Again, if I run this one more time, you can check this table. Here 5,400, 3,150, and here it is 2,500. Okay. So bulk delete. So how will you use the bulk delete here? Declare type T1 is table of number indexed by binary integer. V1 of T1 begin. Select employee number. Bulk collect into V1 from EMP1. For all I in V1 dot first dot dot V1 dot last delete from EMP1, where employee number is equals to V1 of 5. PLSQL program executed successfully. Check this table. There is no data.